machine on. You just have to bear with me a second, folks, and then we'll make a start. Just gives a time for people to join. So this is my coffee machine here. I fill this up with water, and then pop the coffee pod in. So every time you send a coffee or anything like that, what I usually do, I think you already know this anyway, but I get these Lavat's coffee pods, and this is the big box. So look, you get all these, and you take your coffee pod, you put it into the machine, and then it will make the coffee. But I love the Italian coffee. I love this type of coffee. So, and a box of these on Amazon, I think, is around about, when they're on offer, you can get them on offer for about £6 or £7 for 36, which is pretty good. 16 is only £4 from a supermarket. So it's always better to get the bigger ones. So let's pop this in then. Let's get this in the coffee machine. Switch it on. Would help. And then with this dish, with this breakfast, we're going to do it with some toast. So it's going to be scrambled eggs with toast, bit of butter on there or margarine, and maybe a few little. On mine, I'm going to do some like bits of chive. Oh, it's just gone out on Twitch, so let's do the coffee then, guys. Let me find my other cup. I prefer to put my coffee in a big cup. Especially this one here from IKEA. It's my favourite cup mug. Let's get this on. Get some coffee, and then I shall spin you down and we shall do the eggs. So let's get a jug first of all. So to make, I prefer to do scrambled eggs in a jug. Obviously I'm going to cook it in a pan. So you want to get yourself a jug. Okay, I'm going to spin you down. So let's spin you down. I am in my pyjamas, guys. Probably just see it there. Okay, so you're going to get yourself a jug. You're going to add some eggs. So I'm going to actually use, I like to use 4 eggs. Well, actually 4 eggs might be enough. I think 3 eggs is enough. No, it's 4 eggs if I'm doing Yorkshire puddings. So you want 3 eggs. Okay, and we're going to crack these into the jug. I like to use a knife. Just breaks it up a little bit so I don't get any shell in there. 1 minute, guys. There we go. So we've got 1. Okay, that's 1. Plus, with the coffee that I'm making, using a bigger cup actually means it does. Oh, I've got a bit of shell in there. I knew that was going to happen. So you want 3 eggs. Then I'm going to add some salt and pepper. Wash my hands. Okay, I think the coffee's done. Let's just add a bit more water to my coffee. I'll do it in a second. Okay, so add some salt and pepper. A bit of pepper in there. So we're going to do this twice, just so you know. So a bit of salt, and then we're going to add some milk. Actually, I need to add something else first. We're going to add some margarine. So let's add some margarine, and you only need, I'd say, 2 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon, depending on how you like it. But I'm going to add in, oh gosh, I can't find the spoons today. What is going on? I'm going to add a tablespoon of like margarine or butter, and that will just help. Or you could add the butter in actually to the pan when it's warming up. It's entirely up to you. But don't forget, if you're going to have a toast, you will be adding butter on that as well. So just be wary about how much butter you're using. So we've added the salt. Now we're going to add some milk. So I always put the milk in so it rises and just covers it over. So get yourself a whisk. Where's my whisk gone? There it is. So no one's come on yet, and then we're just going to whisk this up. I think I've always added butter to my mixture first, but as I say, so it doesn't stick to the whisk. It will melt, but it just breaks it up slightly. I'm trying to use try to use room temperature butter or margarine rather than if it's just come out of the fridge, because that's what happens. Look, it just gets stuck. So just tap it, break it up, give it a whisk. So that's how to do your basic scrambled egg mixture. And then it's going to go straight into a pan. So I'm going to move my board out of the way. And let's get this pan heated up. Put it on like that. Turn this on. Hopefully you can all see this. I will spin you down in just a second. Okay, that's a bit better, isn't it? Okay, so it's going to heat up. Just get that mixture. And keep whisking it. I'm going to put on some bread in the toaster. And then I'll read the comments in just a second, if there's any. Okay, so coffee's done. The only problem with the coffee machine is that once it's finished and you remove the cup, it does sometimes splurt out a lot of water, that you don't need, or if it's not, there's nowhere for that water to go. That's the only downside to it, but other than that, it's perfectly fine. Right, I'm going to add a bit of milk to my coffee. Here's my coffee, guys. Italian coffee. Cheers, everybody. Good morning. Now, obviously, look, I've only sent a few messages out to a few people this morning, so I don't expect them to be here. Now, let's have a little drink of coffee while that's heating up. My phone's charging. I don't want my wire to get caught. So, let's have a little stir of the coffee. So I said, this is the Italian coffee that I drink. I normally drink packed coffee stuff, which Melanie started drinking actually, and it's really nice. She's never had it before. This is the stuff here. Although this is what I've not opened yet. Packed coffee. What's this one here? This is the chocolate orange one, which I've not opened yet. So, it smells so good. It smells so good. Right. I've also got a carrot cake I need to make this week, and we've also got sticky toffee pudding. I've got so many little dishes little cake mixes to use up. So cheers, everybody. That's nice, and it's sunny as well today. It's actually sunny on a Sunday morning. So let's see any comments. Let me share this out. Oh, can I share this out? Yes, I can share it out. So do share out, guys. Remember, 3 o'clock, I'm going to be on TikTok this afternoon. We're going to play the word connect. Hello, Adam. Good to see you. My Scrambled friend. It's good to see you. So just waiting for the pan to warm up, and then we'll do the eggs. That's nice coffee this morning. Well, it's always nice coffee, but it always tastes better, doesn't it? Okay, so let's spin you down then, and let's do the eggs. There we go. Pans, P-A-N, the pan, the frying pan. So just going to whisk this up one more time. We did add a lot of milk to this. You only want a little bit of milk. You don't want too much, otherwise that's what makes it. When you get some eggs and they're really loose. Okay, so let's put this in the pan. You should hear it sizzle in a second. Now it looks like curds and whey, doesn't it? But it's not. And while that's cooking, I'm just going to do my second one. Well, not the second one, my one. So I'll just go through the steps again. Yeah, it looks like something else completely, but don't worry too much. Right, so I need some eggs. So 3 eggs again. So I don't think it's so much about being talented or anything like that. It's just ever since I was younger, I've always learned to cook for myself, and that's basically why. And this recipe actually came about. I used to make a mistake between doing omelettes and scrambled eggs, and every time I tried to do an omelette, I would end up doing scrambled eggs because I was always adding milk to it. So don't add milk if you're doing omelettes. Okay, that's the biggest tip I can give you. And then there was one time when I was doing Yorkshire puddings, and I forgot to add the eggs in, and I wondered why it wasn't working very well. And it took me maybe like 2 weeks to figure out what I did wrong. So if a recipe ever goes wrong, there's usually a factor that you've missed an ingredient. That's basically it. Or if you're trying to do a recipe, make sure you follow these steps. So, am I anti-scrambled egg? No. I just don't have them that often. Now you see it's starting to change. That's a really nice colour. Now the difference between omelette and scrambled egg is obviously it doesn't have milk in, but you would let that sit. With scrambled egg, we're going to get a wooden spoon, and you can start at any point just to start pulling it either into the centre, because I found that's the warmest part of the pan, and just go around it, bring it in as it's cooking. You can just leave it to set, go around. It's really simple, guys. This is not difficult at all, but it's one of the most tastiest foods you can eat. But just let all that come together. I'm just going to add some milk to my... Actually, no, I'll do that in a second. Put that to one side. Let me do this one first. The pan's going to be nice and hot anyway. So you see how it's coming together. There's some recipes that I can do straight away without having to read a recipe card or a book. I do have a new book I do have a surprise coming. I was going to reveal it on camera. I think I might have just given it away then. I do have something coming today which I will share with you. And it's thanks to everyone that sent awards on hats. So thank you so much, guys. Oh, this is looking really good. Now you don't want it to be too raw, if that makes any sense. So you want to let it just cook. I'm just going to get my toast. So here's the toast. I'm just going to put some, I'm going to put a little bit of margarine on there. A little guide, if you're ever on Weight Watchers or anything, a teaspoon of butter is enough. And you can just use the back of the teaspoon to go around it. I like to put it on top of the toast. You can cut it up, it's up to you. And just cut this in half. Find my knife. So I'll show you. Oh, that's very hot, that pan. So you see how I'm doing this here? You can see it very well. You might think, blooming hell, that's a lot of butter. But that's actually allowed on Weight Watchers, believe it or not. So, scrambled egg. Hello, Andrew, good to see you. I think you, Andrew, sometimes have scrambled egg, don't you, when you're at the cafe? So that is done. That is done. So you can see it very well on here, but I'm just going to put this on the top. Obviously, we need to add some sauce to this as well. What sauce do you like on your scrambled eggs? So we've got Sunday morning, we've got scrambled eggs, we've got some toast, we've got some coffee, and I'm just going to turn this pan. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm just not going to put that on just yet because I've not finished this. So there's the scrambled egg. We're going to add a little bit of red sauce on here. If I can, I don't have a lot of space. So I think you were on that, Andrew, last night, weren't you? I saw you on Twitter when I was on Twitter. So we're just going to add a little bit of sauce. If I can get this sauce out. What is going on today? And there we have it, guys. Look at that. Yeah, don't that look good? So we're going to do that again. We're going to do that in just a second. So you can just bear with me a moment. I'll be back in literally 1 minute time. 1 minute time. Right, so let's do that again then. Let's do that again. So we've got our 3 eggs. I'm just going to pop this back on, but I'm going to turn it down this time. So we've got 3 eggs here. We're going to add some salt and pepper. You can add maybe more eggs if you want to, but just watch your cholesterol levels. I'm going to add some butter. I'm not going to add too much. Actually, I like it quite. Add some butter in there. And then we're going to whisk that up. Oh, add the milk. Got to add the milk. I always seem to forget the milk. Not too much, just enough. Just a splash of milk. Whisk that up. So how's everyone's Sunday going? And I always use a jug because it's just easier to pour out. Give that a good whisk. I'm trying to do it as quickly as I can because I don't want the pan to burn. Okay, that's enough. And then let's get this in because it's nice and hot. In it goes. 3, 2, 1. Just get all that out. Now I have turned that down a little bit. So what I need to do is turn it back up in a minute or two. Let me put my toast bread on. Right, I'll just lift you up a second. So let's get my coffee. 1 minute. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. It could be an omelette. Well, no, it can't be an omelette. It looks like an omelette, but the reason it can't be an omelette is because it's got milk in. So whenever you're making an omelette, you don't add milk. Do not ever add milk to omelettes because otherwise that's why you end up with scrambled egg. And that was the problem I was facing every single time I was doing an omelette, is that it would always become scrambled egg because it was impossible to flip over. You need it to dry out. So you never put milk in scrambled eggs. Well, some people do and some people don't, but I find milk and butter make it much more, it just adds flavour and it doesn't dry out too much, because if it's too dry, your eggs are going to be just too dry. Oh, if you're allergic to it, obviously, then you must, make sure you cover yourself for that. So, a little bit of water, yeah, a little bit of water is fine. I'm no expert, but I just found over the years that I was always doing omelettes and they were always going wrong. So that's the reason why I was always adding milk by mistake. So cheers, everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm going to be on TikTok at 3 p.m. if you want to join. We're doing Word Connect. We're up to level 70 on TikTok. And we do a game of word, what do they call it? Word guess. We can't call it Wordle because it's word guess. But we had 14 people in last night, which was really good on TikTok. So very impressed. Everyone's going to come back today. So, and then Bill's going to be on Twitch at 4 p.m. So make sure you join him on Twitch there. So, well, it's the same thing, Adam. It's the same thing. It's just a different name because it's an app. So, right, let's spin you back down. So hopefully you all join me then. If you're not following me on TikTok, I'm going to add some chives to my eggs today. These are mine, you see. So a little bit of chive. This is actually homegrown chives. Or you could add a bit of herbs if you want to. So we're not making an omelette. I will be. I don't know if there's a word for it. There we go. I probably should have had the chives last, but it doesn't matter. So just pull it back and forth. Smells so good. Where's scrambling? Yeah, scrambling. Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, I was trying to think. It's too early. You know I don't come live and do breakfast broadcasts. It's actually lifting up all that flavour off the pan, so oh, this is going to be good. Oh yeah, so a nice little bit of crispiness on there as well. Yeah, because I turn the pan down, you see, so it means it's lifting off nicely. So yeah, hopefully join me today at 3 p.m. I don't come on the screen, by the way, on TikTok today. And you can just mash it up as well. And at this point, you can just add what you want to this, you know. Add some seasoning and flavours, or just add it all in at once. My toast should be done in a second. But the most important thing is not to dry out your eggs. Just like that. Can you all see that, guys? Look at that. Hey, Stevie, good to see you. Even though I'd not planned this broadcast, I'm surprised how many of you are actually on a Sunday morning. So if you want me to come live on a Sunday morning and do some breakfast, I might do this in the future. Turn this pan down, remember, so I don't need to worry about it burning. So the toast is done. Let me get a plate. So here it is, my toast. I'm going to turn this off now, actually, because this is done. It doesn't take long at all, especially if you've got a really hot pan. If you're doing it for the first time and you're warming your pan up, then make sure you don't burn it. Bit of butter on here. Now, I don't like my scrambled egg on the toast. I prefer it on the plate, so that's what I'm going to do. So this is done. Let's turn that off. That's completely off now. I'm just going to cut my toast. Now, let me know in the chat. Do you cut your toast up into squares, rectangles? Oh, it broke off. It broke off. I know. Or triangles. Triangles or rectangles. So I'm going to do mine like beans. I usually put my beans in the centre. So that's done, guys. Can you see that okay? Andrew likes his rectangles. Oh, this looks so good. Might not be the best presentation, but I'm going to put some red sauce on myself. Other brands are available. But you'll see in a moment which one I'm going for. So that's not the best. But I don't have... where do I put this now? I'm going to put it there a second. A bit of sauce. Oh, yes. So that, my friends, is my scrambled egg. Scrambled egg on toast. Yeah, don't put it on yourself, put it on the eggs, says Andrew. So there we have it, guys. Let's do a little taste test then. Because we have been eating and cooking and eating just a little extra. So let's have a little taste. I want you to mark this out of 10. Let me know your scores out of 10, guys. Would you buy this? How much would you pay for this in a restaurant or a cafe? Let's have a little taste. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, it's good. That tomato sauce actually gives it a nice kick. Nice and light. That butter makes it really taste so much better than without the butter, and the milk as well, because it adds that layer of it doesn't dry out the eggs. Let's have a little bit of it on the toast, on that little piece that fell off, and that crispiness as well from the pan. A lot of people don't ever use that, but okay, it's a little taste. Here we go. Andrew says £4.20. That's I'm cooking for you, Andrew. There you go. Oh, that is delicious. This is so good, guys. This is so good. Okay, so I would give that 10 out of 10. Obviously because I made it, but look at that little piece of crispiness there. Right, guys, so thanks for coming in. I shall see you at 3 p.m. on TikTok. Thanks for watching on the replay. Remember, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. Remember to share out and tell your friends. And I'll see you next time, probably on Tuesday on Haps. So catch you then, guys. I'm going to go and finish this now. It's gorgeous. Bye, everyone. See you soon. Have a good Sunday.